Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everywhere you are listening and watching us live. You are welcome to the another edition of a 10-week live program on data analytics, on data engineering, and data science. It has been the second week of the event, and this is one of the two tracks that are concurrently running in each of the weeks. I want to welcome you to another section with energy impacted and very educative technical section on a subject matter to be discussed by one of the distinguished that we have in our midst, Mr. Ayodeji Folarin. He will be discussing on how to create an Azure machine learning workspace. Uh, Let me quickly do an introduction of who he is. Mr. Ayodeji Folarin is a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional MVP on data platform. He is also a Microsoft Certified Trainer MCT and BI Business Intelligence Developer, data platform evangelist, data warehouse, and dashboard/business reporting expert. With over 23 years in the computing arena, Mr. Ayodeji has focused his attentions on data platform solutions around Microsoft Azure and Office 365. He has helped many companies to migrate their systems to the cloud and get insights from their data sources for the past 10 years. Mr. Ayodeji is passionate for teaching or has passion for teaching and community engagement, as he is a well-known speaker at different many local and international conferences. I added this to his profile by saying Mr. Ayodeji is a mentor to numerous upcoming tech enthusiasts and specialists. Kindly join me in welcoming Mr. Ayodeji Folarin to this section. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Ayodeji.
you
You
very
have the floor.
much. Thank you very much. Thank you for the introduction. And without wasting much time, I think we are good to go. So, Mr. Popola Isaka, I appreciate you. So,
Thank you, boss.
yes, I my slide is up there, and I strongly believe we can see what we have. So today we'll be talking about creating Azure machine learning workspace. And once again, I am Ayodeji Folarin. So my profile has been read. So I'm a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional on Data Platform and also a Mouse Certified Trainer. And I do lot and lot of things around training and data. So we appreciate all our partners for the great work they've done for supporting this event. Enterprise DNA, we appreciate you. Microsoft, we thank you. Jerry Computers, we thank you. Covenant Technology and SK Arts Creativity, we appreciate you for the great work you are doing. Now, to what I have on the screen. What are the essentials of data science? This track is going to run for 10 weeks. So last week we talked about Microsoft Azure data fundamentals. This week we are learning how to create the environment, the workspace for machine learning. Next week we'll be looking at Azure machine learning workspace, the data object within the workspace. After that, we'll be talking about managing and your experiments, compute contests. We want to create models, and after that, we'll be looking at designing your machine learning pipeline. We want to optimize our model. We want to see how we can do some things around compute target and deploying the model, publishing the model, and we want to have a real life scenario, how this can actually help out. Now, the agenda for today. What exactly is machine learning? Number two, how can we create an account on Azure? to leverage on Azure machine learning. Number three, we want to set up new resource and also our machine learning workspace. And finally, we want to explore that workspace. That's all we're going to do this today for the next 1 hour. After that, I want you to come next week and take this to the next level. Now, let's come to ask ourselves this simple question. What exactly is machine learning? Machine learning, this is a situation whereby you learn from the past behavior and make predictive or what decisions. You make some predictive analysis, and also take decision with what you have. Number two is all about extracting knowledge from data. That is what machine learning is all about. Machine learning, popularly known as ML, is a type of artificial intelligence, AI, that allows software application to become more accurate at predicting outcome without being explicitly programmed to do so. We may not really come up with any program, but you'll be amazed with what we roll out. Now, what are the benefits of machine learning? Number one is faster and helps for better decision. It develops insights that are beyond human capability. Number three, acts at the right time and take advantage of what opportunity, converting them into close deal. Now, when we talk about these benefits, let me just give us a simple scenario. Let's assume you are working in a bank and you have profile of thousands of customers, and the customer experience unit of the bank needed you to assist them. Anytime we register a new customer, tell us the product they may likely go for and never say no to that product. They don't just want to market in vain. They want to do what we call strategic marketing. So as they submit the profile of that particular person into the database, you should jump at them and tell them that, look, these are the things that this particular customer may likely go for. Now, imagine you have a solution that can do that for you. As you register a client, it quickly tell you market to in these three products. Or you have to go online. Or okay, real life scenario. Most of us, if you go online to buy anything on Amazon, Jumia, or any of those online shop, I want you to understand one fact. When you buy something, they will tell you that you may likely need something. Why? They've actually profiled you and profiled what you are buying. And they've looked at people that have done something similar. And they know what exactly to market to them. So, what we are learning here today is how you can actually do things like this. We have three types of machine learning. Number one, we have the supervised learning. Now, when you talk about supervised learning, this is more around your regression. Y is a function of X. Anytime you know the value of X, then you can use that to predict the value of what? Y. That is what we call supervised learning. We have another type of learning, and that one is called unsupervised learning. The unsupervised learning is majorly around clustering. This is driven by the data itself, not really a function of anything. And the third one is called reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is learning from your mistake. The machine, for example, game, if you build an NL model that is playing a shells game with somebody, and the person actually took a correct move and the machine is taking a wrong move, now it's going to learn from his mistake. Oh, don't worry, I've seen what this guy have done. My next move, he definitely won't be able to beat me. So that is learning based on what? Mistake. So that is what we call reinforcement learning. So these are the three types of machine learning that we have. And today we want to talk about why exactly are we talking about Azure machine learning. So there are different types, but why Azure platform? The advantage using Azure for ML is much. Number one, it's a drag and drop interface. No programming required. You may not even write a single line of code to get your model up and running and solving problem in the organization immediately. Number two, large variety of algorithm as model. Already have lots of algorithm there on the model. Number three, supports R and Python to bring in your existing code. Number four, flexibility of data storage, supports variety of data storage option, and finally, large number of pre-built API available as a service. Lot of them, you have them well stated there. Now, I move on to the very first thing you need to do. As at today, for as many that want to become data scientists, I need you to create your Azure account. And don't think you cannot get your account up and running. I'm going to run you through the process of creating a free account on Microsoft Azure so that you can use this account throughout the training. It's a 10-week session. So please, I need you to actually go on back to back with practicals with me. So I'm going to run us through the process of the Azure creation of the accounts. That is one. And after that, I think I need to share my screen at those points. Let me see. Share my screen. Okay, please. I'm trying to roll up my screen. Confirm if my screen is up there. Good. I guess you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Uh, Let me be sure we are on the same page. I need a feedback from somebody telling me you can see my screen.
We can see your screen clear.
Thank you very much. I'm on a browser at the moment. So let me quickly share one or two things with us. I'm trying to open up my PowerPoint. I'm on which slide now? Okay, so the very first thing is to go to azure.microsoft.com. Please, I need you all to join this session as I run through it for you to have your free Azure account. But if you already have your free Azure account, great. So all you need to do, go to your browser and type azure.microsoft.com. azure.microsoft.com. So when you type this takes you to this welcome page. Now, on this welcome page, all you need to do is to click on try Azure for free, or you click on free account. Any of the two is allowed. So let me just click on free account. So I need you to create your free account. When you click on free account, the first thing it's going to show you to you is to let you see everything you are going to benefit from this free account. Number one, you are going to be given 200 US dollar Azure credits, and you'll be able to use some popular service free for the next 12 months. You'll be able to use 40 additional services free of charge, and so many other things as you have it here. So all you need to do from this screen is to click on start free. When you click on start free, it takes you straight to where you create an account. So all you need to do here If you already have a Microsoft account, so just sign in with your Microsoft account. If you don't have Microsoft account, no problem. So just click on create one. So when you click on create one, run through the process of creating your account and come back to this place, then log in to that account. When you log into your account, you have screens that looks like this. If you are creating your new account, and once you successfully create the new account, come back and log in. Then when you come back to log in, it will now ask you create your Azure free account. Now to create your Azure free account, fill the profile. After filling the profile, submit your profile. It will also ask you to, it wants to identify you. It needs you to connect with your what? With your debit card. So please just pick up your debit card. It's just for authentication. So if you can read the clause here, after your credit card part is over, then there's nothing that will be done on your account. It's not a pay as you go account. I mean, is they are not going to deduct your money. Just create your profile and get it up and running. If you can scale through this part, you already have your Azure account. So since you already have your Azure account, so where is the start point? How do we want to go into data science or Azure machine learning? The very first thing you need to do is to create what we call workspace. Is to create for yourself a workspace. Now, how do we create the workspace? You go to your Azure portal. So I already have my account. I will just go straight portal.azure.com. Once you type portal.azure.com, it will ask for your username and your password. So I'm going to submit my username and password now. Once you submit your username and password, it takes you straight into the Azure environment. So this is the environment where you create different resources and you can leverage on so many things as far as Azure is concerned. So now to move on with my account, I would like to do one thing. And what is that? I want to create a new machine learning resources. So I love using the search button at the top. So just type machine Azure machine learning. So once you type this, a single click will take you to the Azure machine learning. And what exactly are we trying to do? I want to create a new machine learning. I will just click on the create button. When you click on the create button, it takes you straight to this environment where you set up your workspace. So, what are the things I need to do here? Number one, your subscription. Since you just created an account on Azure, all you need to do is to select that subscription. This is my own subscription. And after that, what do you want to call the resource group? I would like to give this resource group a name related to Niger data platform. So I can pick any resource group that I've already created in time past. But for now, I will hit the new, create new. What is the name of the resource group? Niger data. Now, there are some rules that governs your resource group. I'm trying to use space. It's already warning me. So Niger data platform, resource RG, resource group. Then I hit my OK button. So this will help me create a new resource group that is going to hold everything as far as my Azure ML is concerned. Number two, what name do I want to call this workspace? Let's call it Niger data platform ML Workspace MLWS. So the next thing is my region. So please, anytime you are working on Azure, always be mindful of the information. This I that is in a circle, it can give you more information. So for my region, I will pick a region closer to me. So I have South Africa, but I'm very sure South Africa is not as close as West Europe. I think I will go with West Europe, but you're actually free to go with any region. But I recommend the region that is closest to you. Now, it's suggesting that I'm going to help you create the following accounts. Number one, I will create a storage account for you, and I will call it Niger Data Platform 95 blah blah blah. I'm going to prepare a key vault for you that is going to hold all our key, and that will also be Niger this. And also, I'm going to create application insights. When you talk about application insights, give you detailed information about your metrics, your log, anything that is happening, monitoring of this particular machine learning. So you can actually understand and run through the details. So it can also do this for us. So it's not compulsory you follow what is going to give to you. You can always click on create new and actually have your name there the way you want it. But I will go with the suggestion given to me. So let me review what I've selected, and after that, I have the details of what I've selected here. After my review, I can now do one thing. I can now create what I've done. Let me hit the create button. So let me do my create button. Good. Now, it's as simple as this. Though it might take a couple of minutes or few seconds, depends on your connection. So it's actually in the process of deployment. And what is it deploying? It's deploying all my resource. I have my machine learning service. So what are the resources being deployed? I have three of them ready. I have my storage account, my insight component, my vaults, and is working on the machine learning service slash workspace now. So within few seconds, this should be done. So at this point, I've shown us how to set up a free account on Azure, and I've also demonstrated to us how we can create our workspace. So I have created my account. I can go to the resource that I just created. Let me click on go to resource. So this is the Niger Data Platform MLWS I just created. Now, from here, what what can I see? I can see my activity log. I can see my access control. I can see so many things on this resource that I've created. But all I need to do is to come to overview. Right there under overview, at the bottom here, you will see Launch Studio. The studio is a one-stop environment, or I will call it IDE, Integrated Developer Environment, where you train, you bring in your data, you train your data, you test it, you model, you do your algorithm, whatever you want to do is done. You publish your work, you deploy your model, you even generate the API that you use there. You can call from anywhere. You can even extend this with Python code, R code, or anything you want to do. So it's just the studio that matters at this point. Now, once you are done with your ML resource, I'm going to launch the studio so that all of us can have a better understanding of how the environment looks like. From next week, our operation will be within this studio. This week is to prepare the environment ready. Don't forget the steps. Step number one, if you don't have Azure account, please create your Azure account immediately after this session and make sure the account is up and running. You have $200 to play with. Number two, go and create this particular workspace, and when you create it, launch it and let us see. And how do we launch your workspace? Just click on the studio or go to any browser. Let me go to another browser. Let me go to another browser and type ml.azure.com. So when you type ml.azure.com on any browser, this is ready to take you to Microsoft Azure Machine Learning Studio. But it's going to ask for your username and the password. So just supply your username and password, and straight you are there. So I'm now right there in the studio, and on getting here, what do I want to do? So I can do so many things. So number one, we can actually do all our work. I think our next section is to do what we call automated machine learning. From beginning to the end, you are going to build a complete model that somebody can start using immediately. Like the example I gave in the bank, or you have a company, for example, selling smartphone, and you want to profile all the customer you had in the past, so that when a new customer come, you can recommend, sir, this is the one fit for you, and you can give him all the features of that particular phone, instead of wasting time engaging the person you discuss for hours before you now finally sell. And the most painful part is, at the end of the day, you may not even sell that particular product. So this will help you add value. So using automated ML, I can get my solution up and running just a click away from me. Or we can learn how to use Designer, building our pipeline, build the drag and drop interface, prepare your data up till the deployment of your model. That is another option. Or you can go through code from beginning to the end using your notebook. So using the notebook, you can code with Python, SDK, and run your sample experiments. So on this platform, what are the things that can be done? Number one, you can have your assets, that is your data. You can prepare your job, your components, your pipeline, the environment, your model, and the endpoint that can be called anywhere. You can also manage. What are the things you can manage? You can manage your compute. Machine learning, when you are doing experiments, your experiment might take hours, might take days. You want to set up a compute, what's it called, strength, a CPU, a system that can help you prepare your result very fast. But when you are working on compute, you need to be careful. So I think somebody will be talking about this. Is a whole Saturday where the person will be talking about what you need to set up. You can set up data store, you can set up link service, and you can set up data labeling. So these are all the things you can manage. And your author, you can actually prepare any of these three, as I've explained before. So this is exactly what we will be building and what we're going to do for the next That's 8 weeks where we want to explore how to use all of these. So at this point, I want us to interact. If there's any question about machine learning, and for those of us that are trying to set up your account at the moment, if you have any question, please drop your question now on the YouTube channel so that I can quickly attend to those questions. So, thank you very much. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any question, please help me drop the question on the screen. Any question at the moment? Okay, so I guess, oh, Mr. Popola, you are powerfully welcome. So, any question for me, please? Oh, Mr. Popola, I can't. Oh, great,
Yes.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for your session. It has been a very interesting one. We thank you for some of the insights you have shared. Uh, as at now, as at now, we don't have any questions. We don't have any questions. If there are some other things you think you need to cover, you have spent 5 minutes. You are left with 10 minutes. If there's any other thing
Oh,
you need to cover more, you have the time. Thank you, sir.
okay. So, well, what I'll be talking about at this moment, is that I need all of us to go straight and try to create our Azure accounts. That is one. So, time, let me try if I can quickly get one account up and running, because that is key for this data science session. And for those of us that already have the accounts, please go ahead and create a workspace. So you can hold on there till next week when we continue. For those of us that are trying to set up accounts, please, if you have any question, feel free to actually bring up such so that we can see what and what can be done. So I want us to quickly look at one thing. Let me call up a complete model. Let me see if you have a model that we've done that is up and running. Let me see if I can call it up. Uh, okay. I'm trying to load up a data set. Where are my data sets? Just a moment. Okay, where are the? Okay, now please let me share my screen now. Confirm if you have my screen. Let's be practical now. Share screen. Share my entire
Is it
screen.
is it for the slide or
No,
the
no, no,
entire
not
screen?
the entire screen, please. You should have it now.
Uh, okay, let me quickly do that. All right. Yes, we have it.
Okay. Now, please, I need us to take a look at the sample data set. Now, this is actually a bank, and the bank is trying to give out loan to people, but they've profiled several customers. Now, with what we have here, they have the loan ID, the gender of the person. Is he a male or female? Is he married or is not married? If he's married or is not married, do you have any dependents? If yes, how many dependents did the person have? You can see some of them with zero dependents, some with two, some with more than three. Again, what is the qualification, educational qualification of that person? This guy is a graduate, this guy is not a graduate. Again, is he self-employed or is working in a company? So self-employed, no, no. Some of them we have yes. Apart from this, we also have another column talking about applicant income. What is the total income? Maybe per month. I don't know. This is like this man is making $4,583, while somebody is making $12,000, and so on. So that is that. Apart from that, co-applicant income. Are there more than one person applying for this loan? If yes, what is the income of the co-applicant? If not, zero. So how much loan is he looking for? This man is looking for a loan of $200. Some are looking for something more. Some are looking for something less. Now, the
Mr.
term,
Ayodeji,
yes.
you have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes more, sir.
Oh, okay. So you have the loan amount term, you have the loan credit history. Is the credit history zero or one? And also, does he have any property? And if you have property, which area do you have the property? Urban area or rural area? Now, the loan status in the past, was he giving the loan or he was not giving the loan? Yes or no? So now I can move this into Azure machine learning and say study these data sets and tell me if I should give you another information about a new customer applying for loan, give you his gender, give you his marital status, give you number of dependents, tell me should I give the person the loan or I should not give the person the loan. So it should just give me yes or no. Now imagine this is exactly where we are driving at, so that at just a single click it can actually attend to your question and give you answer immediately. So I'm going to stop here. If there's any question, let's see how we can attend to such question. Thank you very much, Mr. Popola. I can't hear you. I guess your mic is on mute. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Deji Folarin, Ayodeji Folarin, for this beautiful session. As at now, we have about 12 minutes to the end of this session, and we are still waiting for any questions from the participants that they can drop on the chats, the YouTube chats, so that we'll be able to attend to them. But I want to quickly do a recap of some of the highlights of what we have said for the benefit of those who joined us in the middle of the discussion. and for the benefit of those who will be watching this video thereafter. I think this subject matter of this is how to make use of the Microsoft Azure in terms of machine learning. We should recall this is data science track, and our interest for week 2 is how do we make use of machine learning in working with data science, because some people they never knew that machine learning has a component for data science, and this session has been able to throw more weight into the applications of machine learning into data science track. So you have been able to establish that. You have also been able to demonstrate to participants that a lot of things can be done in the machine learning, like prediction. We can make use of prediction, and we can also make use of what, like the loan applications that you have said. That how, because recently my bank was telling me, Pokwala, do you need to know about your credit score? That do I need to know? So it was an advert. I thought it was a free service. When I started working on it, they say you have to pay 2,000 naira. So, but the advantage of this is that there are some organizations that we may apply for job that they want to know our credit worthiness. There are some government agency like I'm aware of EFCC, that at some point in time they also ask for your credit score, and these are the machine learning concepts that bank are being deployed to know about how to go about it. I can also, Mr. Deja, I can also recall in 2019, I was asked to work on human resource data of a company, where the interest of the company is to know how they can stop the influence of promotion on the staff. That they don't want the managers to have influence on promotion, because if you are my manager and you don't like my face, it means that you may not promote me. But the company was interested to set criteria that once any employer meets up with those criteria, they should be promoted automatically, making use of what? Making use of machine learning. So
Yeah.
these are new
So,
these are new these are new inventions that companies are using at the moment to run
okay.
organizations.
Yeah.
And we as upcoming generations in tech industry, we should be aware of this, because the world need this service, and the
Yeah.
benefit of this training is to get prepared until when the opportunity comes on our way.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you once
Thank you
again
very much. I
for
think there are
the
some questions
session.
falling in for us.
And
We have some question here. Let me
okay,
see
let me
how
quickly
many I
check
can
that.
attend to.
All right.
So, there's a question that says,
Okay.
is there any certification for machine learning? Of course, for Azure machine learning, so we have DP 100. So please go and look out for DP 100. So once you can do that exam and you pass it, you become a data scientist. So Microsoft honor you with your data scientist certificate. So that is one. Number two, when can we get our free voucher? So that's another question I'm seeing here. Definitely, if you to use Azure account, you can create your account, but to get your free voucher, don't worry. We are bringing somebody in from Microsoft that's going to discuss with us. So we'll be having a keynote session next week and upper week, and I can guarantee you, you have free voucher to win. But don't let the cat out of the bag until we have the Microsoft staff join us to have a discussion with us. So is there any other question? I guess there is none. So, as a final word, please, I don't know if you can help me promote my screen one more time for just 2 minutes. Oh, thank you very much. Many times. I appreciate you. Good. Thank you for pulling up my screen. I need you to quickly look at this data set. This is a company that sell iPhone, and they look at the gender, the age, the salary you are collecting, and tell me whether you collect, you can likely buy the iPhone or you will never buy the iPhone. Now, look at this person, male, of age 19. His total package in a year, he worth $19,000. So this person may not buy iPhone. And look at a female of age 32 with $150,000 as salary in a year. Definitely, this will likely buy the iPhone. I want to pull up a model to let me know if I'm to market to somebody or I should not bother marketing this product to anybody. Now, look at the final product. It's asking me age. So I'm going to profile my brother that's with me on the studio. So his age, let me just give a guess. Let me just put 45 for age. Salary in US dollar for a whole year. His package
Hello,
for,
Mr. Deji.
yes, sir.
There's a question that is repeating for the second time
Okay.
from Franca.
Okay.
I'm showing it on the slide now.
Let me quickly come back to my screen. Should I use?
Should I use the
Oh,
same name you used to create the workspace?
okay. So it's not
She want to know. Want
compulsory,
to know
but
if it
it's
is.
everything depends on you. It's not a must. Feel free to use any name of your choice. And if it's rejecting the name, you will see the reason why it's rejecting the name. So you can go ahead and see if it accepts that name. So thank you very much, Franca. And let me close this. My assumption is that Isiaka Abukola is 45 years and his salary in a year is 80,000 US dollars. He is a male, definitely. He is a male. Help me predict whether Isiaka Abukola will buy the iPhone if I market to him. Let me click on predict. He's telling me, Deji, don't stress yourself. Is a no. He will not buy that iPhone from you. What if he's a female? Will he buy that iPhone? He's still saying no. What if he's older female, 65? Predict, will she buy the iPhone? Now he's telling me yes. This is as a result of what has happened in the past. And now he's telling me the answer for the future. This is what we are trying to do in this on this track. So I will advise stay along till the end of the track so that you can learn how to build a solution like this. Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Sheyi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so we want to thank you for the insights you have given us on this subject matter. We are very sure anytime we call on you, you give us your best. And the best we are giving is not for Nigerian, it's not for African tech communities, but around the world. I'm aware some of your great outings across the world in Asia, in Europe, in US, and some other part of the world. We want to thank you for your contributions to the tech development around the globe with special interest to Nigeria community. Thank you for this service. We, the younger ones, we are learning
Thank you
so much
very
from
much.
you. Yeah, we, the younger ones, are learning so much from you, and we want to take it up from wherever we are going. So, for the last part of this session, I want to show the slides. We need to be aware of what is coming up next week. For next week, which will be third week, we have another set of training coming up, and the training will be the sections will be on building dashboards with developer tools, which will be under analyzing data with Excel. The date is Saturday, July 19th, 2022 by 3 p.m. from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. West African time, which is GMT plus one. For registration link, this is the registration link to be part of the event. Likewise, for the because two sessions are running on each track. So for the track one, we have analyzing data with Excel and essentials of data engineering, which has a topic basics basic on T-SQL and SSIS. If you love data and you don't know about T-SQL or you don't know about LSS, this is an opportunity for you to get to know what they are used for and their importance in the present day data analytics field. Likewise, for the track two, we'll be having data modeling under analyzing data with Excel, and also we'll be having what manage data objects in an Azure Azure um, machine learning workspace under essentials of data analytics. The time is 4 p.m. For the track one, the time is 3 to 4, and for the track two, the time is 4 to 5. Um, please do give us your time in term of five. It's even less than 5 minutes, maybe in term of 2 minutes to fill up the feedback form. I've shared the feedback form on the slide. You can see it on the screen. Likewise, I will drop it on the chat so that we can be able to fill it up and get back to us. We want to know the best what we have offered. I want to know the areas where we need to amend in order for us to enjoy the remaining sessions. We still have 8 more sessions. This is the second out of 10, and we want to get better at every point in time. I've dropped the link on the YouTube platform so that you can get to us on some of the feedback you have to get us aware. So, on a final note, I want to appreciate our sponsors for giving us this opportunity to have this session. One of them is Microsoft. Another one is Jerry Computer Solutions. We still have Covenant Solutions. And as we are moving on, we are likely to have some other sponsors to come on board. Until next week, when we'll be having a robust, educative, entertaining, and technically motivating sections, I want to thank you for listening to us, and do tell your people, your colleagues, your friends who are yearning for learning about technology, where to go and how to go about it, that they have a 10-week program running and that they should be part of it. Until we come your way next week for another great sessions, Popola Isaka Olaminikon is my name. I want to thank you for being part of this event. Do have a lovely day. Thank you and God bless.